Brought to you by GatewayCitySavers.com.
Introducing the Ice Report with Tom Casey, exclusively on 101ESPN.com.
TPC with your latest edition of the online Ice Report right here on 101ESPN.com. Special seasonal edition this week. We take a look at what we are thankful, the St. Louis hockey fan, what we're thankful for in terms of the St. Louis Blues, what they've provided for us so far this year. Still young on the season, but a lot to be thankful for if you compare what the situation is now to what it was a year ago. Heck, let's face it, a year ago the team couldn't win at home, and when they had 3-goal leads, most notably against teams that did not make the playoffs last year, like Edmonton and Tampa Bay, they blew those leads, blew those games, did not win those games, and now as we put this together, 8-0-1, the only team in the National Hockey League that has not lost a regulation game on home ice. So that's definitely something to be thankful there for, and that means a lot because that, with all the home games the team has had early, has built some confidence that they have been able to take onto the road. They just haven't been able to win as much on the road. And to a man, the players and head coach Davis Payne have recognized that, and they're going to try to remedy that here in November, considering that only 5 of the 14 games are at Scott Trade Center. Also, have to be thankful for the fact that this team has been so good against the Eastern Conference. They've had 7 tests against 7 different teams out of conference, and they have won them all. And they've played some of the tough contending teams that you expect to be in line for a hunt for the Stanley Cup at the end of the season, most notably Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. But they've taken advantage of some teams that haven't been playing as well, like New Jersey and Ottawa, and that's been good to see. They had a game against Atlanta where they had to come back 3-1 down at home, but they did come back to win that game in a shootout. So their play against the opposite conference has been fantastic, and that is something to be thankful for. Last and certainly not least, we should all be thankful for the fact that this organization went out during the spring and got a franchise goaltender. He was great in their first 12 games when they got off to a franchise best 9-1-2 record. Has he been great since? No, and he'd probably be the first guy to tell you that. But he's been good enough, and he does have that great potential throughout the season to get this team in the playoffs. And if they get into the playoffs, to see whether or not his play could be comparable to where he was with Montreal last spring, getting to the conference finals, that could be very compelling, very interesting to say the least. But the fact that the organization did make the move, got him, the guys that they parted with, that they sent, the prospects that they sent to the Canadiens, have not been tearing up the National Hockey League. So there was not really a big sacrifice made in that deal. So if you're a Blues fan, a lot to be thankful for so far, as you're basically at the quarter pole, a quarter of the way through the 2010-2011 season. Things look a lot better than they did 12 months ago. That's your latest edition of the online Ice Report right here. Tom Casey, 101ESPN.com.